There's a coalition of over 40 groups and community members that are coming here today to Chevron to protest their actions internationally and locally here, take responsibility for their actions both locally and internationally. So we're here today telling them that if they continue to block climate negotiations and sustainable solutions, then we're here to block them.
Our climate is not your business. Chevron, our climate is not your business. Chevron, our climate is not your business. Chevron, our climate is not your business.
We're in front of Chevron because it's the biggest polluter in the Bay Area, causing our children in the Bay Area to be sick with asthma and increased cancer rates. It's the biggest lobbyist against climate change legislation, and we don't want corporations like Chevron deciding what's going to happen to our climate.
Now!
What do we want?
Climate justice!
What do we need?
Climate justice!
When do we need it?
Now!
What do we want?
Climate justice!
Going to Copenhagen this Thursday. It was important for me to be here this morning at the first day of the global climate talk because I want to be able to report to the international community that there is a resistance in the Bay Area and leadership from the Bay Area that we are against these corporate polluters that are causing climate change.
Yes.
So it's important for me to see from you that you are here on this rainy day, on this frozen day where it snowed all the way over here, that climate change is real, right? Climate change is real. And who is responsible for this climate change? Who is responsible for climate change? Corporations. Who's responsible for climate change? Corporations. Chevron. Who else? Exxon.
Shell!
Shell.
Phillips Petroleum!
BP.
Chevron brags about making $23 billion. They carry $23 billion in profits to the bank. We carry another $2,300 to hospitals and mortuaries. You go to the bank, we go to the hospital. We got the highest asthma rate that you can find. We got people that can't breathe. People coming up with all types of cancers. Babies being born with their brains out of their head. And yet Chevron can talk about all of the profit they made. Well, Chevron, our health is not for sale.
1, 2, 3, 4, who will clean up Ecuador?
Chevron! Chevron!
5, 6, 7, 8, who else does Chevron violate?
Richmond! Richmond!
1, 2, 3, 4, who will clean up Ecuador?
Chevron! Chevron!
5, 6, 7, 8, who else does Chevron violate?
Richmond! Richmond!
I'm here today in solidarity with folks around the world who are going to Copenhagen to make sure that corporations like Chevron don't dominate the conversation, because what we really need here is some true alternatives to reduce carbon emissions and actually, make a positive impact around the world as well as here at home, because there's a lot of emissions that are contributing to health problems here locally, and we're also concerned about how that pollution also impacts the rest of the world.
On the eve of the international climate change negotiations in Copenhagen, we are writing to express our concern over Chevron's role in blocking science-based emission targets and climate solutions. Our organizations represent citizens concerned about climate change, as well as communities directly impacted by Chevron's oil extraction and refining operations. We call on Chevron to immediately take the following actions in order to stop obstructing the urgent action that must be taken to confront climate change. Number 1, we demand that Chevron support equitable, science-based targets and climate solutions violations in international climate change negotiations and domestically. Our number 2 demand: we want Chevron to pledge to not support any fake grassroots campaigns against national climate legislation. That's grassroots in quotes. Our 3rd demand: Chevron, we demand that you cap the crude and stop expanding into heavier sources of crude oil. Chevron, we need you to comply to these 3 demands or our future is at stake. Sincerely, Mobilization for Climate Justice, West Coast.
David J. O'Reilly, we shall not be moved. David J. O'Reilly, we shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's standing by the water, we shall not be moved. We are really cold, but we shall not be moved. We are really cold, but we shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's standing by the water, we shall not be moved.
It's time to stop looking for new oil. It's time to stop dragging in dirtier crude. It's time to shut down that factory and start investing in clean, renewable energy. And it's time to pay for the damage. It's time that you ponied up and paid the folks in Richmond what they deserve for a sustainable, long-term economic health. It's time to pay reparations to communities all over this planet that you have dunked on and crapped on. It's time to pay up in Ecuador. It's time to pay up in Nigeria. It's time to pay up in Burma. It's time to pay up, my friends. So you need to open up this gate, and you need to let us come in, because we are we have every bit as right to directly communicate our concerns to the people who run this company as anybody else going through these gates. We are here to deliver our message. We want to deliver it now. We want the gates open. We're willing to walk in peacefully, and we'll go right to the building, and we're willing to wait to meet with O'Reilly. We're willing to take the time to do that. Yeah. The only reason we're on this side of the gate is because that gate is closed. Open up the gate.
We are entering into climate negotiations with Chevron. We will not be pushed away. We will not be told that we don't have the right to confront people who are making decisions on our behalf to sacrifice our futures. We will approach them. We will approach them without fear.
This is a non-violent action. We are demanding that Chevron take action on climate change. Chevron is causing violence. We are not causing violence. What do we want? We want a meeting.
Damn, stop pushing the people.
We're here for the future of all of our children. Brother Gopal, who's being arrested over there, is one of the people speaking sanity about climate change.
Okay.
Back up.
We want to feel good about what we're doing here today. We don't have anything to feel bad about.
No, back up. Okay.
We should be proud of ourselves that we're here supporting our comrades in the name of climate justice, in the name of our future. We want to talk